Hey everyone, my name is Kelly Balance and I am the entertainment coordinator for the Carolina Panthers. I'm originally from Fort Mill, South Carolina, and I graduated from Nation Ford High School back in 2011. I then went on to the University of South Carolina where I majored in sport and entertainment management and then graduated in 2015. So I always thought I wanted to work in the music business. I had a dream of moving to Nashville after graduation and working in artist management and working on tour with artists and with their album releases and with everything PR related. So I moved to Nashville after I graduated and I interned with an artist management company that housed Kiss and 1,000 Horses and Darius Rucker and a couple other big names, and stayed in Nashville for a while and tried to just land a gig in the music business, which is insanely hard to do. And I stayed there for a while and just kept kind of grinding and trying to find something, and nothing really panned out. However, as I was still applying for positions all over the country, I saw that the Carolina Panthers had an entertainment internship open. And it was a year-long internship. It was paid. And while I didn't really see myself ever working in the NFL or really in sports, I always wanted to be in music. I figured I could take that as an opportunity because I'd still be working in entertainment and with music and artists and performances and things like that I love. So I applied for that internship and luckily was able to get that one. So I stayed with the Panthers for a year. After that, there wasn't a job open for me full time. So I kind of had to take a step back and work part-time at a couple places. So I still lived in Charlotte. I just worked a lot of different part-time jobs and just kind of tried to stay relevant and keep my foot in the door with the Panthers. I still kept in contact with all of my coworkers there and my bosses and just tried to stay relevant with them. So I worked part-time for them on game days. I also worked part-time with the Charlotte Hornets on their game days. I worked part-time with Live Nation, which is a concert promoter, one of the largest in the world, and I worked as a production runner for them. And then I also worked for a radio station part-time. So I was very intentional with my part-time positions. While I knew that I wanted something long-term with a career goal of the music business in mind, while I was applying for full-time jobs, I kept a steady income with a lot of part-time jobs in between. So I was able to juggle those. And luckily, they were all very relevant to what I wanted to do. So my job now at the Panthers, as part of my role, I manage our drum line. They're called percussion. I also handle our Keep Pounding Honoree program. So each game we have one person who hits our ceremonial Keep Pounding drum at the beginning of each game. And so I'm kind of in charge of finding those people, vetting them, running the rehearsal with them that day, and handling all of the logistics and things like that for them. The other part of my job is assisting my manager with any major events or anything that we're putting on entertainment-wise. And so I work with 6 different people in my department, and so we all kind of come together as one to make a show happen for the games and for any other events we have. In the past, we've run our training camp kickoff party that we've always had. We've run our Fan Fest, which is our big event to kick off the season. We run the annual tree lighting for the Panthers, which is held in Uptown Charlotte as well. So we kind of have our hand in several different events throughout the year. We also always assist with any soccer games that come into town, as well as college games. So college teams will rent out our stadium and have bowl games, and so we're kind of in charge of handling the bands and any entertainment that they bring along as well. An average day for me really just depends. Some days I'm upstairs in the office and I'm handling just logistics of I've got a 30-person drum line, so I'm handling logistics with their payroll or scheduling appearances for them or uniforms or equipment, or I'm handling other events that they're involved with. Sometimes I'm downstairs working on the equipment, working on the drums, cleaning our locker room, making sure we have all the uniforms we need, making sure we have everything set. And sometimes I'm out in the community on an appearance, which is the nice thing about my job is I get to really interact with the fans just as much as our entertainment groups do. So that's really fun. The best part of my job is the people that I work with. The Carolina Panthers is a great organization, very family oriented. We're all very close. Our department is 7 people and we are all just like family. And it doesn't feel like work ever with all of us. We all come together and to build this spectacular show, whether it's a pyro and a laser show, or it's a really great halftime. We've had artists like Luke Combs, Nelly in the past. Whether it's putting those shows together for fans or working on things behind the scenes for upcoming events, it's a really fun job. I would say the hardest part about my job is just the time away from other things. So we work nights, weekends, holidays, you name it. And so it's hard to get away sometimes. It's hard to take a vacation. You miss out on some things. We have to work every 4th of July, every Thanksgiving, because there's parades and events and things that we've got to be at. Working in sport and entertainment has really been hard in that regard, just because you lose a lot of time with your real family because you're with your work family so much. My long-term career goals are really just to continue building this new era of this Panthers brand. We'll probably be helping out with the Charlotte MLS team soon as well, so getting my foot in the door there and learning a little bit more about soccer and that production. But long term, really, I just want to continue to work with people that I love, and that I want to continue working in a place with people that I love and that has a good environment, because that's really important to me. And so wherever I end up, if I'm still with the Panthers long term or if I'm somewhere else, I just want to be really happy with the people I work with and what I'm doing. Any advice I have for people who maybe don't know what they want to do? I didn't know what I wanted to do in life when I graduated high school and went to college. So my freshman year, I was undecided. I ended up taking a career aptitude test, those tests that tell you whether you should be an artist or, a librarian or a doctor. And mine came back with 3 major interests that I have, which were sports, music, and people. And so that naturally led me straight to the sport and entertainment management program at South Carolina, which is one of the top in the country. So that was just a natural fit. But I think honestly it takes a lot of research and a lot of really honest conversations with yourself about what you're willing to do, what you enjoy doing, what you don't really enjoy doing, and what type of lifestyle you want to have. Do you want to be traveling a lot? Do you want to be home? Do you want to start a family early on? Do you want to work night shifts? Do you want to work just strictly 9 to 5 and be home every night? So it really depends on what you want and what you're interested in. But definitely take the time to do the research and look at different options and just do lots of internships. So I've completed 3 to 4 internships in my time, and it did steer me into what I want to do. The very first time I interned was in ticket sales, and I realized quickly that wasn't where I wanted to be. So internships are great because they can open doors for you and they can show you what you really want to do, but they're also helpful because they'll show you what you're really not as interested in as you thought you were. For those of you that are interviewing for positions or internships or whatever they may be, do your homework well in advance. I know it can be excruciating to do homework on a lot of different positions if you have a lot of different interviews, but it really is worth it, and it really shows the employer that you've done your homework, you really want to be there, and you've shown how much you want to be there. Obviously, do all of the normal things you're already going to do. You're going to dress well. You're going to show up 15 minutes early. You're going to bring several copies of your resume. I know you're going to do all those things. I would say be confident and be yourself. I interview a lot of students for our internship program now, and one of the biggest things I wish people knew is if you just portray yourself how you normally are, you're going to go so much farther in life. Because if you put on a front during an interview and you end up getting the job, who's to say you might have to put on that front for the entire internship or the length of something. So if you're true to yourself and who you really are, I think you'll find a good fit wherever you land. And for those of you who are interested in getting into sport management or entertainment management, there's so many options out there. There's so many positions in this industry, ones that I didn't even know existed before I went to college myself. For those of you wanting to get into this industry, I would say do it because it's booming. Obviously, right now, with everything that's going on in the world, things are a little slow for us. And we're kind of trying to figure out how to adapt to this new world. But when all of this is over, people are going to come back to sports, and they're going to need entertainment, and they're going to need us to provide them with that as an escape from their world and from their reality. And, this is the first time that even sports have been completely shut down. And so once this is all said and done, people are always going to go to shows. They're always going to go to concerts, musicals, football games, basketball games, hockey games. This industry is thriving in so many different ways. And with the advancements in social media and all of the technologies, possibilities are just endless with where everything can go. And so if you're interested in management or marketing or even the analytics of things, this entertainment industry is thriving right now. And there's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of great opportunity in Charlotte if you're interested in the Panthers and Charlotte MLS or other events that are going on. So definitely feel free to reach out if you guys have any questions about anything. There's not really much going on for all of us right now, so it might be a good time to pick someone's brain about an industry or a position that you're interested in. So good luck to everybody, and keep your head up. I know it's a difficult time right now, but it's all going to pass, and we're all going to be a lot stronger from this. And reach out if you need anything from me, and that's it. Thanks so much.